Several of the residents offered to come pick up their diploma, but it just didn't feel right. So we're driving to all the residents' houses and presenting them with a couple mementos. I think as their program director, I really wanted to give them that one special moment of graduation. Congratulations and happy COVID graduation!
And action.
I want to congratulate Dr. Alex for graduating from our residency program. It was really a pleasure to work with him throughout the past 4 years. He's been my advisee. I've jokingly talked about working with him as amateur hour, but he's no amateur anymore.
I always appreciated his sense of humor and how he helped lighten the mood in many tough and stressful situations. He had a great work ethic, communicates well, is a very valued member of the team, and is well respected by all of his colleagues and his peers.
I'm impressed, other than the facial hair he had to shave off, I'm impressed with his level-headedness and his dependability. He can be counted on to take care of things and be independent and be a thoughtful anesthesia delivery system.
Brandon is one of those residents where you feel like he was just, I don't know, just exudes calmness, and you just feel like working with him, everything will just go smoothly, and even if there's a little ripple, he'll be able to deal with it. And at the end of the day, I just feel like he is ready to be in the real world, and he'll make a fantastic anesthesiologist.
I think Greg is a gentleman, and he's very kind all the time. He's soft-spoken, however, he's very confident and very competent. He has a good sense of humor. I wish I had found that out earlier so I can have time to tease him more. Greg, you'll be an excellent anesthesiologist and a very nice colleague to work with all the time. You will be a blessing to your patients. I will miss you. I wish you all the best.
Just thinking back at times, being a CD, knowing that I can assign Craig to anything and he's on top of it. He has a cool, calm demeanor about him that patients like, the faculty like. More importantly, he knows his stuff. He's an excellent clinician, knows the science behind what we do, and just gets things done in a very impressive manner. More important than all of that, though, is that he's also an impressive individual personally. Easy to get along with, fun to work with, and I fully anticipate we'll make an excellent doctor. I
have worked with Trevor since he was a medical student, and it has been a real pleasure and joy to watch him develop and grow and become an outstanding anesthesiologist. As the very first fellow in transplant anesthesia, he is going to set a very high standard for the program. It has been such a pleasure to work with Trevor, and I can't wait to have him as a member of the transplant team. Welcome to the team, Trevor, and congratulations on completing residency.
Dr. Wilkie, or Trevor, he's my mentee. I met him obviously the first couple weeks he was here on residency, and I've known him, the whole time. We meet periodically, but he's made my job so easy because there's been no issues at all, and I feel like I'm not doing my job as a mentor because every time we meet, it's just short and sweet, and there's never been a complaint of any type. Everyone loves to work with Trevor, and I know that he is already ready to be a fantastic anesthesiologist, and I'm excited to see where his future goes.
Congratulations to Dr. Amber Guck as she completes residency. I'm proud to have worked with her as her mentor, and to see her grow and develop her confidence and strength in herself and her abilities. If I can remember one thing about Amber, it will be that she is the epitome of grace under pressure. She is calm in an emergency. She's efficient. She is able to handle the most difficult circumstances with seeming ease. Just the kind of person that I want to take care of my family and that I love to work beside. She's going to be a fantastic addition to the Pain Fellowship program, and I wish her all the best in fellowship and in her future career. Congratulations, Amber.
Congratulations to Dr. Guck. the Amber variety for graduating our residency program. It's been great working with her as well. I found her to be such a reliable resident. You never have to tell her anything twice. She takes great initiative. She's a great doctor. Glad to have her staying with us for a fellowship as well.
The thing about Ryan is he's always very military. He's very serious. You don't always get that out of a resident. And I think when he hit the ground here at UNMC, he was, you could see that flavor come out of him very quickly. And I wish him great things in the military.
I've been impressed how you've approached anesthesia residency kind of in a workmanlike fashion where you show up every day and give it your all. And at the end of this journey, you become an anesthesiologist who is quite good. You know your stuff. You know what to expect when you enter the operating room, and you deliver that anesthetic in a manner that is very compassionate and caring to patients.
Carter, congratulations on graduating. What a fine accomplishment you've reached here in your time in Omaha. You were my first resident mentee I ever had, and I think it will be all uphill from here because you made my life pretty easy for the last 4 years. You're a hard worker, you're dedicated to what you do, and frankly, there's not much else to say other than you did a great job here, and Colorado's very lucky to have you. So we'll miss you and wish you the best, and I'll toast you with my finest of beverages available. Good luck.
From the jump, Carter's always been somebody that just has a warm smile on his face. It's a pleasure to be around. Will never turn down any requests or really anything you ask of him. He's always game to do it. He'll do it with a smile and usually be able to crack a joke or two in the process. He's always taking great care of his patients and just has an even-keeled demeanor that I know his partners in Colorado next year are really going to appreciate.
I am very pleased to add my congratulations to Dr. Marcus Arthur as he completes residency. He has been a joy to work with. He is very hardworking and he has a close eye on details. But what I will find most memorable about Marcus is his kindness and his thoughtfulness toward other people. He is a person who always spends the extra time talking to patients and their families and making sure that they are comfortable and aware of what's going on. I am so impressed with his love and his dedication toward his family, and I wish them all the best as he embarks on a career in private practice.
I'm going to miss Marcus. He's an honest, humble person. He's just one of those salt of the earth types of people. He's become a technical physician. He's confident. He has well thought out plans for his patients. And more importantly, he's also had a great attitude at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're dealing with some real sick folks.
Я очень рад, что мы жили в Омахе.
One thing about Dr. Peck, he's always willing to do the right thing. Whatever it is. There's times when I think others have been tired, looking for a shortcut. Andrew Peck will not tolerate that. He's very matter of fact. He's very black and white. It either is or it isn't. And I like that about him. I also like, obviously, that he's always willing to stand up and do the right thing.
So some things that I'll miss about Dr. Andy Peck. I think he was a great resident. Whenever I was on call with him, he was always very good at teaching me, giving me opportunities. I remember as a very junior CA1 resident, him giving me the opportunity at a pediatric airway and being very patient with me with that. I remember being on call with him overnight and not feeling well and him kind of taking the brunt of the load for some cardiac cases and things like that. So I think he was definitely and also a great recruiter for our resident recruitment events. So I think the program will miss those things about Dr. Peck, and he'll do great in this next stage.
Well, I've had the pleasure not only to work with, but to get to know Mackenzie over the last few years. She has always impressed me with not just her knowledge and skill set as an anesthesiologist, but with her commitment and compassion that she's had for her patients. That's something that I've always thought was awesome. As she progresses on to the next level with her PEDS fellowship, I've got no doubt Mackenzie will excel into an even more amazing anesthesiologist. It would be my pleasure to be able to work with her again in the future. Good luck, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie is a caring, thorough, excellent clinician who cares about patients, number one, and knows the science about how to take care of them, number two. It's always rewarding as a clinical director to know that any clinical scenario that I assign to Mackenzie, that it's going to be taken care of and taken care of well. Also, on a more personal note, where one of the areas that Mackenzie really excels is interacting with people, and her personal touch with her patients is clearly noted by patients, and staff also see that.
And congratulations to Dr. Bear for graduating our residency program. He's been ready to get out of here for a little bit already, given his skills and aptitude. He's just a great guy to work with. I never have any concerns about my patients when I know that I'm working with Dr. Bear. His practice up in Minnesota is going to be really lucky to have him.
You know, I'm going to miss Nick Beer, and I'm going to miss his laugh and his easygoing attitude. I'm most impressed with his dependability and his work ethic. You can always appreciate when you're doing a case with him that he's put some thought into things and he's ready to go. You know, if there's anything I admire about Nick other than his name, it would be his demeanor. He's just got a great approach to life, and he's a lot of fun to be around. The next steps for Nick are going to be going out into practice, and I think he's going to be a thoughtful and efficient anesthesiologist and do a great job.
Zach is a tremendously bright resident. He is technically as skilled as anyone I've had the pleasure of working with and training. Just want to say thanks for all of your hard work, and it's been a pleasure getting to know you.
Zach Smith. I've known Zach since he was an intern. He's a great guy. He's much happier now as an anesthesiologist than he ever was as a neurosurgeon. I know what that's like. Him and I both switched out of our first specialty. Zach is a smart guy. He is smart on so many subjects, and he's had a very kind of colored background with electrical engineering, working for the government. I'm glad to hear he's doing a fellowship, and I think he'll be very happy the rest of his life, and I think he made the right choice switching to anesthesia.
Zach Smith. Oh, Zach's fantastic. What I really appreciate about Dr. Smith is his sense of humor. He's figured out how to maintain work-life balance, and he comes to the OR every day happy, willing to do whatever he can to make his patients or the people around him smile, always ready with a wry joke or a clever quip. It's really something that distinguishes him from other physicians in the hospital.
So Nate's great. I mean, ever since my first case with him, he's just such an affable, easygoing, down-to-earth guy who knows his stuff and is hardworking, and that's what you want with someone that you're working with. So I would very happily work with Nate as a colleague, you know, now that he's all done. So I just wish him the best, and I've always enjoyed working with him. Has always been a positive guy who brings a lot to the day, and takes great care of his patients. So good luck, Nate.
Hey, I want to send a congratulations out to Nate Schneider on his graduation. By golly, the rascal did it. He certainly is going to be missed around here. He's got a hell of a work ethic, and everybody enjoys being around him. He always brightens everybody's day with a good joke here and there. A good piece of advice I'll send to Nate on his way out the door is this: I don't care what anybody says about you. You're a good man, and you shouldn't care either. Congratulations and best wishes.
Dr. Rainick is really just, from the get-go, been an absolute pleasure to work with. He's always got a smile on his face, can-do attitude, doesn't matter the time of day or night. He's always there to be a good team player. He helps out his younger residents. He's been a great teacher, and has also been a real pleasure to work with as one of our chief residents over the past year.
He was a huge asset to the Department of Anesthesiology. His work ethic and positive attitude made working with him such a pleasure. He is dependable and level-headed, which made him a great leader and a chief resident. Dr. Rainick was always eager to learn and willing to help in any situation without complaint.
I've always liked Sean Rainick. He is my mentee, and I've had a chance to know him now for 4 years, and soon to be 5 when he becomes a fellow here. When I first met him, he was very funny yet quiet, and he seemed to open up and come out of his shell quite a bit. And in PACU, I just remember, and in the ICU, it seemed like he was either trying to make friends with all the nurses or run for mayor, because he was always very friendly and very easy to talk to and always very helpful.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Dr. Stephen Lisko, Chair of the Department of Anesthesiology at the University of Nebraska Medical Center. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than seeing another class of tremendous residents and fellows graduate our program and move on to the next phase of their respective career. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and most importantly, to your families who have been with you on this journey. This has been another amazing and memorable year for the Department of Anesthesiology. The first half of the year was notable for incredible growth in our research program, education, and of course, our clinical mission. However, it is the second half of the year, and in particular, this most recent quarter, that has impacted the department, our faculty, and of course, our house staff in ways we could not anticipate. I think it is safe to say the practice of anesthesiology and the delivery of graduate medical education will be changed for the foreseeable future, if not forever. That being said, I don't think I could be more proud of a group of house staff. UNMC anesthesiologists and fellows truly stepped up, working outside of their comfort zones on rotations they did not anticipate, all to care for the citizens of Nebraska, and in particular, our patients here at Nebraska Medicine. They truly epitomize what it is meant by the words physician anesthesiologist. And now, this amazing class of 13 residents and 10 fellows, our largest graduating class ever, I say congratulations. Good luck with the next phase of your career, wherever it takes you, whether you will be moving on with additional training, beginning a career in private practice, or joining the ranks of academic anesthesiology. I know one thing for certain: the education, training, and experiences that you lived at UNMC and Nebraska Medicine will be with you for a lifetime. I'm truly proud of each and every one of you. Congratulations, thank you, good luck, and of course, be safe.